Data center proxy. It is more important than ever to have dependable and effective data access techniques in the digital age, where data is the new money. Data center proxies have become extremely effective instruments for smooth online communication, allowing users to surf the web quickly and anonymously. Within this clip, by serving as middlemen, these proxies improve data collection techniques such as online scraping and provide solutions for price tracking, SEO monitoring, and even social media administration. This tutorial will explore the internal operations of data center proxies, their range of uses, and how they may be customized to satisfy different user requirements. Understanding data center proxies is essential to realizing the full potential of the internet, whether you're a business looking to maximize your online strategy or an individual looking to get around geo-restrictions. How do proxies for data centers operate? As an intermediary, a data center proxy sends your requests to websites and collects the necessary information on your behalf. Alternatively, there may be no need to communicate with the target website because the proxy may already have the necessary information cached. Reverse versus forward proxies. Another method to distinguish data center proxies is by how they are utilized. A forward proxy, for example, enables visitors to view pages without disclosing who they are. Additionally, it enables users to bombard the target server with a large number of client requests. A reverse proxy server, on the other hand, manages client requests for the server. Websites can be protected by using reverse proxies, which conceal critical or vital information from visitors. It is frequently used in content delivery networks for effective content caching and serving, and it can also be utilized for load balancing. Since most users of data center proxies are searching for a large number of data center proxies to mimic client activity to transmit client requests, data center proxies are more frequently utilized as forward proxies. Furthermore, these proxies are usually more adept at high IP ranges, IP rotation, and interaction with web scraping and pricing monitoring programs than they are at managing massive bandwidth demands. What is the IP address of a data center? An IP address that is issued to a server inside a data center, which is usually owned by hosting and cloud companies, is known as a data center IP address. Large volumes of internet traffic are often handled by these IP addresses, which also provide stability and unrestricted access to target websites. How are proxy servers for data centers made? Hardware and software configuration are steps in the process of building data center proxy servers. First, a set of servers and a high-performance data center are established. Second, a highly developed network architecture connects these servers. They can effectively exchange information and communicate with one another in this way. On these servers, a certain proxy server program is then installed and set up. This enables them to act as a mediator between target websites or online services and client devices. The last steps involve adjusting for load balancing and making sure that traffic is distributed throughout the server cluster as efficiently as possible. Which businesses make data center proxies? Secondary organizations that provide cloud hosting, data centers, and hosting services are the source of data center proxies. These businesses create and oversee a server network to provide premium proxy services for particular needs. These businesses can also provide services including hosting, networking solutions, data management, and data storage. Data extraction from open websites. Web scraping, a practice of obtaining publicly accessible data from websites, is the most popular use case for data center proxies. Web scraping programs use proxy servers to help get around IP bans, increase anonymity, access content that is specialized to a certain area, and ensure faster public data collection. The most widely used web scraping frameworks are Octoparse, Beautiful Soup, Puppeteer, Selenium, and Scrappy. When paired with data center proxies, these frameworks provide the effective and large-scale collection of public data. Tracking SEO. Additionally, data center proxies are frequently used for SEO monitoring duties, such as getting around different barriers such as IP restrictions, key APTCHAs, and rate limiting put in place by search engines to stop scraping. Data center proxies are very helpful in several well-known SEO monitoring use cases, such as competition analysis, rank tracking, keyword research, technical SEO analysis, geo-restricted content analysis, and many more. Tracking of prices. Price monitoring, as the name implies, is the process of keeping an eye on the cost of goods and services to gain broad market intelligence and competitive strategies. Data center proxies are used by e-commerce, travel, hotel, and other sectors to monitor prices. Data center proxies assist in the collection of precise public online data by evading IP address blockages and CAPTCHAs. This information is then used to undertake pricing and revenue optimization, reprice goods and services in response to market trends, and make well-informed pricing decisions. Gaining access to geo-blocked content. Information confined to a particular geographic area due to laws, contracts, and other factors is known as geo-restricted content. In these kinds of situations, data center proxies come in quite handy because they can get over geo-restrictions and provide access to the required data from anywhere in the globe. Because the proxy controlling user can choose which country to connect to, data center proxies can get around geo-restrictions. The user can then connect to the chosen nation using browser proxies or scraping tools to browse or scrape local content. You may unlock most material worldwide by connecting to one of WebShare's more than 40 locations. App deployment and testing. App deployment, or the process of making an application available on a particular platform, such as a mobile device, is another area in which data center proxies come in handy. When a program needs to communicate with outside resources, proxies come in helpful. They guarantee that this particular application operates smoothly and is compatible with different networks and locales. Proxies can be used to test the functionality of localized apps during app testing. This could involve testing location-sensitive features such as automatic content serving based on location, localized content restrictions, and other features. In parallel testing, proxies can be used to give each client a separate IP address during the test rather than a single shared one. Buying a small number of goods. Purchasing things with limited supply is one of the most common uses for data center proxies. Certain products might be difficult to buy because of their limited supply and high demand. Examples of these products are concert tickets, sneakers, art, luxury fashion items, and vintage goods. Thus, data center proxies are helpful since they enable consumers to get around restrictions imposed by the business, like the maximum size of a purchase cart or the number of items a single user is permitted to make. When product demand dictates that a large number of purchase requests must be issued in a short amount of time, data center proxies can be utilized to automate these processes at scale. Technically, IP blocks, rate limits, geo-restrictions, and other networking technologies are used to achieve those limitations. Management of social media accounts. Moreover, data center proxies are quite helpful for managing social media accounts. They progressively safeguard your identity and conceal your true IP address by adding a layer of security. Proxies also aid in getting over IP bans, offer geo-targeting options, and even enable anonymous competition social media account tracking. Moreover, data center proxies can be utilized for social media automation with libraries and tools like Puppeteer or Selenium. Which kinds of data center proxies are there? Since the user's choice of proxy mostly depends on their demands and use cases, there is a significant deal of uncertainty regarding the many types of data centers, as was already mentioned. Nonetheless, the following are the most typical ways that data center proxies differ from one another. IP address rotation or static. A rotating proxy gives users access to a whole pool of distinct IP addresses, whereas a static proxy only permits access to the website from one IP address. In this manner, you can alter your IP address with each new request or following a certain amount of time. Purchasing rotating proxies is a safer option for large-scale web scraping, even though it is more expensive as it reduces the possibility of being discovered and blocked by the target website. A shared or dedicated IP address. Shared data center proxies allow multiple users to utilize them simultaneously. However, dedicated data center proxies are only available to one user. It would seem reasonable to use a dedicated IP in this case because they are faster and considerably more secure than shared ones. Nonetheless, shared IPs offer a significant benefit. They are more affordable, making them better suited for people and enterprises on a tight budget. In conclusion, to sum up, data center proxies are crucial resources for a range of online tasks, including price tracking, social media administration, page scraping, and SEO monitoring. For the provision of anonymity, circumvention of geo-restrictions, and facilitation of high-volume queries, these proxies augment user capabilities in many applications. Users can choose the best proxy solution for their purposes by being aware of the differences between types, such as dedicated versus shared IP addresses and rotating versus static IP addresses, which will ensure efficiency and effectiveness in their operations. If you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on more tips and insights, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.